Welcome to the 6th episode of the beazycast. Today we have one special and one not so special guest. So for our special guest, we have Darren Wang.
It's about to be the greatest lock-in I have.
And for our not so special guest, we have Prestunh.
Yo.
So right now Zen's trying to hit my V3 right here.
Wait, Preston's on a 5 though.
So, bro, why is your camera so up close, bro?
Never mind.
Let's start talking about something, bro, you know? Let's start talking about some topic.
How did it feel being in a car crash? Was it the most pain you've been in? Like
Most
physically?
Pain? Physically, no. I just remember that one time that I was riding a bike on my couch.
On your couch?
And I fell down, and then I broke my shoulder. Like the bone right here, bro, it was fucking like broken, bro. It was broken. Like some innovative shit. The car crash, bro, was definitely you know, such a critical point in my life, bro, that I was so close to death.
Yeah, okay.
That's why like everyone should buy a Tesla, you know. You know, at the first second, you know, I had to make sure that Nathan's safe. You know, I was I looked to my right, I just saw Nathan covering his head, bro. I was like, bro, are you good? And I said, bro, I think we got into a car crash when we're fucking like upside down, bro. I called 911, bro. I was like, I think we got into a car crash. You know, my parents, like, they always think that when I do something, they always think it's my fault. So when I called my mom, like the first time, like I was telling her I got into a car accident, she was like, oh, it's all your fault. Like, why'd you do that? You know, that, like, you know, like that hurts because, you know, like the first person you want to contact is your parent, but then your parents just like brutally like reject it, you know, and like it's just a lot of like emotional damage at that point. You know, I'm glad that I have like such like good friends. You know, I'm just glad that everyone like, you know, like they care about me. Like shout out to this guy Tim, bro. Like this guy, when he saw like the notif, he asked me if I'm okay, and then just came to pick me up. You know, really appreciate that. And then shout out to Crystal, bro. She came all the way just for me to plug into the USB drive so I can see the dash cam to see what the hell was actually happening. At the same time, you know, I'm like always glad that, you know, that car accident actually like spared my life. You know, it wasn't too bad, but it's like, you know, such a lesson to learn. Like I used to drive like really aggressively, but right now, you know, after that accident, you know, I just start like calming down now, you know, because I know that, you know, it's just getting from point A to point B, you know, like maybe you can save yourself like a couple minutes, but you know, really gotta drive safe, you know, gotta drive like Zen, you know. Like yeah. You're such a safe driver, man. Like, I'm serious, bro. But sometimes you drive a little too slow, bro.
I do drive a little too slow. People get mad at me for driving too slow.
I heard you were driving 45 on the highway, bro.
Car crash, bro. It's probably a very negative event in your life, but you said that you learned a lot of things from that. What are some of those things that you learned?
To be honest, like I think that, you know, like it's basically that, you know, you only live once, bro. You really need to like, you know, enjoy your day, enjoy the current, you know, like just like forget all about like the past bullshit, bro. Like you gotta live your life. There's like more important things to like worry about, you know, like you just gotta live your life, man. And you don't know like when you'll die, bro. Like to be honest, like sometimes like let's just say you're walking in like New York City, bro. You're just walking the block, bro, and then someone like drop like a pot or something right on top of your head, and then you'll just like get killed right there, bro. It's all I believe that like, you know, it's already like written in your life, so really all I gotta do right now is just enjoy my life, man, and try more stuff, you know. And nothing's gonna get worse than, you know, that car accident, you know, really, because that almost took my life and almost took my friend's life too. I'm just glad, bro. I'm just glad I escaped that, and I get to like kind of like view like what I'm doing like different now, and then how I view things like differently, and how I view like my perspective on things are like changed after that, you know, event. It's very important.
Well,
All right.
thank you, Darren.
Hey, let's talk about you, Zen.
You want to talk about me, bro? This is the special guest, bro.
Zen, let's talk about you.
You're interviewing me now?
Let's talk about you. What is some critical event that happened in your life that changed your perspective on life? It's the same question I asked Zen, but he couldn't find an answer. All right, PKL, I got the same question for you.
PKO here?
I have the same question for you. What takes you to look like Corbin?
It's all genetics. It's how we're born. Yeah, you're genetically born. You're genetically gifted to be born like me, bro. That's
All right,
true.
Preston, let's get serious right here, you know? So what is one critical event that happened in your life? The one thing that happened that make you like view things differently
Yeah.
and act differently and make you the PKL today?
I'll be honest with you. I have a boring answer, bro, and it's nothing really.
He's fucking lying, bro.
There's nothing.
When he first caught Boots in the fucking hallway.
I'm actually liking this climbing episode.
There's nothing that's actually like critically happened to me. Where like, say I've almost died. You know, like a breakup or anything like that. Nothing like truly happened to me like that. I've been blessed to live a good life.
You know, I have a question for you right now.
All right, goddamn it, son.
What's this one trait that make you than being another person, you know? Than being PKL or ZT?
I think my lightheartedness. Never take anything too seriously, but I know when to turn it on and pause. I think also my ability to read a room.
And what is one thing that you can learn from Zen that you're a lack of?
Health is wealth. Eat all the colors of the rainbow, all your veggies.
For a cut?
Not even just for the cut, for your health, bro.
For health? And what's one thing you can learn from Preston? Nothing?
No, nothing. I just need to think. No, hold up. I'm waiting. I'm thinking. You're gonna have to give me a climb break.
All right, Zen, let's ask you the same question.
What's the question? Is this some stupid question?
What's the one special trait that makes you special from everybody else?
The one special trait might be that I don't like talking about myself. I feel more free.
You feel more free to not talk about yourself?
Yes.
Do you think that the more info about yourself, like if people know about you more, are you like more like vulnerable to the other people? Is that what you think, or like that's not what you think?
That might be part of it.
So what's the main part?
One thing I was thinking was when I tell people about me, I create an image in their mind about me, right? And I feel like that creates an expectation within people of how I am. And I think that expectation has a lot of influence in what I do. In some of these cases, that influence could act against me, making me do stuff I don't really care about or like. Is one of the other reasons.
That's pretty hard.
There's probably more, but that's like one that I could come up with my head.
What can you learn from PKL?
What can I learn from PKL? Okay, here, I'll think about this while I hand this over to whoever else was thinking earlier.
No, stop.
No, you want me to do it right now?
How about you tell me what's something you can learn from Brandon?
To be more expressive. And I feel like my lack of expression can be something that could be working against me, even though earlier I said it's something that could be helping me. Darren, how about you, Darren? What's something you can learn from one of us three?
For using, I think sometimes like, you know, I need to isolate myself from like the public, you know, like you're like really such a like a mysterious person, you know, like I'm not saying like I'm trying to be you like, you know, like fully, but you know, it's good to like, you know, sometimes need to like pull yourself out of like the public and just like, you know, do your own shit. Then, you know, having all the noises and everything, you know, that's something I could do, and then be like less expressive, because sometimes like sometimes when you just say some like personal opinion, but then if that like go against like someone else's opinion, y'all might have a beef right there, bro. Like sometimes when you talk too much, when you're expressing stuff too much, you might cause yourself trouble. I think for Brandon, bro, it's a thing that how he could just like, like switch his like personality. Like sometimes like when you need him to be like funny as hell, he'll be funny as hell. But sometimes like, when you need him to just to talk, like, this guy really do got some like deep thoughts, like he will tell you and he will like kind of like guide you and everything. Like he's like, he'll act like the right person at like a certain situation for you, like he will be there, like he's a real one, like he's been real for Preston. For Preston is pass it to Brandon. I know he got an answer right now.
Yeah, I really don't have an answer. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, well, thank you guys for watching. That was the 6th episode of our beazycast with our special guest, Darren.
Of course, thank you for the invite, guys.
Of course, and our not so special guest, Preston.
AKA the member? I don't know.
All right, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Tap in with the BZ podcast, bro. I'll see you guys in episode
All right, bet.
6 or 7.